Hey guys, welcome back. I'll tell you, if you've been bored the last couple days, not quite sure why, because there have been some incredible matchups in this Fero Memorial Tournament. Best thing about it is that it was double elimination, so essentially the first day this was on, it was all basically the winner's bracket that was being shown, and then as it got into the second day, we just had some incredible matchups with pro teams in that loser's bracket, and that's where this gameplay comes to us from. So we are on board with CRIMSIX as he and the Dallas Empire go to battle against OpTic Chicago. So as we get into this one here, before we actually start talking about strategy and what's happening around the map, I'll just give you a rundown overall that this happened in like losers round 9 or losers round 10. It was pretty late in the tournament, and overall the respawns were completely dominated. Well, the first one wasn't. So the first one was Hardpoint on Crossroads. It ended up being like a 250 to 190-ish win, somewhere in there. So I don't want to say that it was dominated. But after that, this Hardpoint and the other control that we watched was, I don't know, it was just kind of anticlimactic. I expected a little bit more out of Chicago, and they just don't seem to be there yet. Not that they won't get there. It's super early. Nobody even really knows what guns they're going to be running full time and so on and so forth. But for right now, in this one, Dallas ended up winning this overall 3-1. They dropped the search. It actually went to a round 11 search and destroy. Dallas was down 2 men to 4, so they were in a 2v4 situation. They ended up getting 2 kills to make it a 2v2, and then they just couldn't clutch up on those last couple kills. So every map in this was fun to watch. They weren't necessarily all close, but that round 11 was super fun to watch. And then the rest is kind of history. So as we get started in this one, talking about the actual breakdown here, we're currently inside of P2. And if you're following the spawns, Dallas actually got the spawn on the right-hand side of the map. So they did a fantastic job of getting time inside that P1 hardpoint and being able to stack kills in this lights closet room right here. They were able to push through, flip those spawns for P2, and with 15 seconds left, you can see that Crim is already pushing out the back over here for P3. So when we're talking about if one team really does better than another, this is kind of where it comes from, being able to win rotations, get time in hills that you don't necessarily have those spawns for immediately. And that's what happened on the first 2 hills, even though right now, this is a good sign for Chicago, right? They're only down by 20. They have spawns in hill control for P3 here. So right now, things don't look terrible for them, but it was a pretty good start for Dallas. Let me go ahead and, for the first time today, bring up our minimap so you guys can see exactly what we're talking about. So P1 down towards the bottom, Dallas got this spawn right here. So essentially what they did is they were able to push up to Caution, which is this platform right here. That's where we saw Crim getting those kills. They were able to get kills in this closet over here towards Lights. People have been calling this kind of L-shaped elbow figure right here. They've been calling Lights. So they've been able to get kills here. Once they were able to get a couple of kills there, they pushed through. You saw Crim work towards the back. He got a kill on Formal right here. And once that happened, they were able to overtake this back spawn so that they could push him towards P2. Now, when they were in P2, Crim almost made it through. So they were getting this back spawn. Crim ran over here back through P1 over towards this vent room. He threw a trophy right here, and then he got into a gun battle with Dashy right there. Had he won that gun battle, he would have been able to push out back and flip these spawns and regain these right side spawns for P3. So that's kind of where we're at so far. Once we get towards P4, P4 is on the top side of the map. P4 to me is really just a map in which it just reminds me of P1 in a sense. If you can win time in P4, great. But P4 and P1 is ones where if you leave with being +5 or -5, you're in pretty good shape. And then as it goes towards P5, this is one of those hills that you can easily hold from either side of the map. Of course, if you're playing it the way you want to be playing it, you want to have these left-hand spawns. You want to get inside hill control and then get people pushed up over here towards mid-map. But even if you're not pushed up mid-map and you're coming from the opposite direction, so say OpTic has this spawn, once you get inside and get control of P5, you can beam every one of these lanes. Watch the push through ADOM over here. And of course, you watch the cut here through bricks. So once you get to P5, even if you don't have those spawns, you can easily win out after that. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's hop back into the gameplay here. We don't really get to hear Dallas's team comms often. So after we get through the first set of rotations here, I am actually going to turn up the communications volume, let you guys hear their strats and their communication and exactly what they're talking about moving forward, just because I actually looked yesterday and it had been like 5 or 6 days since Crim had streamed. So I want to make sure that we're listening to them as much as I can, because I just feel like their communication style is a little bit different. Most of the time, we're on board with OpTic Chicago just because they're the team that streams their scrims the most. So when we get an opportunity like this, let's make sure that we're taking advantage and listening in. Right here, it's just rotated. P4 has popped. These are great kills on the right-hand side of the map by Shotzi and Crim, holding down this vent room area. And again, we talked about P4. This is one where you're probably going to see it go back and forth both ways. That would have been a nasty kill had he been able to get that. But we're halfway through the hill, and it's basically gone both ways, right? I mean, nobody's really taking a lead here up until this. Shotzi's able to kill Envoy coming up off of spawn. So this is really the first time. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they have control of these power positions. Sorry, let me pause this one more time and bring this back up, because this is a way, we talked about how you can win P5. This is a way that you can win P4. So easiest way to do this is to get on a heady like this and watch the push through mid-map. That's one. Also have somebody up here in top green or top treehouse and watch the push on the left-hand side of the map. Crim was really just floating in the middle of the map, but the other person that was pushed up in this area of the map, if you can get somebody in here watching the push through this left-hand side of the map, now all of a sudden, those are really long lines of sights where you have a heady on every single one of them. So as Chicago tries to come up off of spawn, where are you going to go, right? All of these lanes are covered by people on head glitches. So that right there is how you were able to see Dallas take advantage and earn time inside of that P4 hardpoint, which, as we just talked about, is pretty tough to do. Nice kill there out of Hugh to get the rest of the time, at least maybe set up initially. Last few seconds there will end up ticking off the clock. We're heading over towards P5 back on the left-hand side of the map. And again, this is the benefit of having spawns or having control of P4, because if you have control of P4, once P5 pops, you're already pushed out beyond the P5 hardpoint. So again, we talk about on this channel a lot that the best way that you end up winning hardpoint matches is to control spawns, and then of course get inside the hardpoint, and then after you get inside the hardpoint, push out further and get kills in those critical choke points around mid-map. And that's what you'll see here as you go from P4 to P5. If you have the left-hand side of the map and you have P4 control, then once P5 control pops, you don't really have to move at all. Those are nice kills right there out of Crim. Almost had a 3-piece there on SCUMP. But right here, we have 5 seconds left inside of P5, and they've essentially more than doubled them up. And they've done so basically just by holding control of the map when they need it. I mean, the first 2 hills they held, and then as it progressed from there, P4, P5, they've just been doing a really nice job of map control. So right now we're in a 137-63 ball game. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn up the team comms right here. So of course, if I see something crucial or critical that I really want to cover, I'll come back and I'll make sure that I'm popping in and explaining those things. But for now, let's enjoy what Dallas is talking about as they get through this second set of rotations here.
No, he's left up actually. No, that's not him.
On the hill, on the hill.
Yo, hey, come behind you, Itter.
Yeah, I got one mid. He's in bricks on me. He's in bricks on me.
I am, I'm on you.
There's like multiple on me. They're in the back somewhere on me. On me. Two bricks on me. One more bricks. Weak.
I need him.
Try to kill him quick. I spawn in the back though. I spawn in the back. You should be good.
I'm watching. I have it.
I'm watching.
Yeah, on me guys, on me front.
Come back.
One shot top green. One's mid. One shot top green.
So I'm siding. Yo, 2 here. I got one. Oh, Akon.
Oh shit. Yeah. Akon.
I hurt.
I got him.
I was watching that to pick up hill.
You're good.
That's fine. I'm flipping. Yeah. I'm flipping. I went rat. Did I get kills for me?
Hey, map, 1 bullet, formal. Top green.
Oh no, mid bridge. I think it might be the last guy.
Yeah, no, mid bridge and then bottom green somewhere. Unless that's him.
I got time.
Right there, you just saw that Crim is 30 and 14 at this point in time. But again, nice job inside of P1. They were able to hold down spawns for P2 and just extend their lead off of that P2 hardpoint, just like they did in the first set of rotations.
Go. Oh, okay.
No, he's got time. He's in the smart room.
No, deep left. Corner. One guy's in the back. Take your time right here, Porter. Take your time.
Back right.
Good win. Let's go.
Weak formal. There's two. Dashy and formal.
One shot close left.
Scump on the head here.
In the room, one shot.
On, I'm here.
I need help. Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm close. Deep right.
I got them both.
Porter.
Nice, good shot.
Oh, yo, room.
Porter. They just pushed towards me. They're still spawning in the back.
I'm dripping.
Back right.
Deep right.
Back right, scum.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, and I'm one shot as fuck.
There's on boy. Hurt that.
I'm watching right. I'm watching close right.
Brandon is 1 bullet.
Deep right on the fence. One more. In the corner.
And I'll just say right here real quick that even though they might not have gotten a ton of time inside this P3 hardpoint, that is absolutely a win, because that's a hardpoint where if you have initial control of P3 and you can just watch the push through caution or P1 and watch the push through vent room, then you can easily max out that time. So even though they might have had like a 100-point lead, that could possibly be a 60-point swing had OpTic been able to hold down and lock down those 2 choke points. They just weren't able to do it, and now it's getting away from them a little bit. Let's listen back in for the finish here.
Yo, one guy flip behind us.
Top green.
Actually, never mind. No, we're good.
Oh, yeah, they're all behind. Yeah.
Yo, top cat. Top area.
I'm hitting this left. Yo, someone work this room with me. I'm waiting.
Well, I'm coming in.
Nice
Green's not even watching over hill, bro. Go, try to hit hill. Envoy one shot deep.
Spawn deep right.
How long?
You know where he's at.
We gotta take your time right here.
He's deep right corner.
Running quick.
I needed it.
Yo, what do you guys dying? Hold your spawn. Just do it quick. Oh fuck.
Envoy dead.
I break shit up.
There's a guy flat. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I got him.
Nice. I'm looking nothing top green. Yeah, we gotta let's go.
I'm about to
Yo. You wanna hit right?
No, we should shoot that.
One shot under connector.
Deep left. I'm hitting this. No.
I'm in connector. Formal dead connector.
Hit time. Back up. He's inside out. Weak.
Oh shit, no, brick. One's here, con to green. Yeah, hold on. Alright, yo. Alright, all again.
Top green, on boy.
No.
Sit down, I have your left here. Oh wait, he went con. Sit down.
I'm a con hurt. Another guy deep left, wobbling at me.
One's under L. Dead.
Good shit.
Back left.
No, I'm back left weak.
Back left, last guy, he's L.
Sit down. Hurt. Dead.
Inside brick.
I have over you, Porter. I have your brick.
Play new.
So I will say towards the end here, this ended up looking a lot closer than what it really was. Seems like it's going to go back towards P1 where the map will be finished because they're going to have map control there. But remember, it was like 220 to 100 to 110 at the end of that P3. So OpTic did a nice job inside of P4 and P5, being able to get like 60 points over the course of those 2 hills. But if you go down by that much throughout the first 2 sets of rotation, it's just really hard to bring it back down towards the end there. So Crim ended up going double positive. I believe ILLEY ended up going double positive as well. They both dropped 40 bombs. Didn't quite get to see the scoreboard there because that's how Treyarch games work. They don't allow you to see all the kills and the deaths and the time in the hill and all that stuff unless you hover over each and every name. It is what it is. But with that, guys, if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is what I do every single day. Break out game film like this and show you guys exactly what's happening as we go around the map. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a like. It helps out the channel. And with that, guys, thank you so much. We will see you in tomorrow's upload.